Good morning, guys. Brenda Hillard here. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you every Saturday morning via a YouTube link with a fun project. So let's talk about a few things. Business first. Again, I'm Brenda Hillard, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have a plethora of Stampin' Up! Products, which are inks, paper, and ribbon. If you are not familiar, if you don't have a catalog, please contact me. Please reach out at the links below, and I'll be happy to send you a catalog. So, up here, you'll see my October 2021 host code. I have a host code special every month. This month, and let me just look at this quick like. This month, when you order with me and you use that host code, I have a special gift for you, which is really fun. And I thought I had one right in front of me, but I don't. So give me 1 second and I'll grab one. Is what you get is this pack called the Adorning Designs Decorative Masks. It's a set of 3 masks, and it's to be used with our embossing paste or our blending brushes. Look at these beautiful snowflakes. I have a really fun project coming up using that. There is a diagonal design. There's this little, I don't know what you call this. It's like a diamond shape with the 4 little diamonds. And then look at the swirl. Makes beautiful, beautiful backgrounds for your cards. So when you place an order with me this month, a qualifying order, then you will receive a pack of the mask just for shopping with me. I know, fun, right? Okay, so let's move on. Sorry, my camera's a little crooked. Let's move on to our project for today. Today I'm going to be using the stamp set called Whimsical Trees. And the only thing I'm going to be using out of here today is this pretty sentiment that says, "Let your heart be light." Okay? This set is a bundle. It comes with dies. The dies are adorable. I've made other cards using this set. I think, well, I can't really say that, but one of my favorite dies in the set is this one. And look it cuts out these adorable little trees. These trees remind me of the trees from Whoville with the Grinch. Aren't they cute? Yeah, yeah. Here's the paper that goes with this set. And it's really rather, what do I want to say? Non-traditional colors. But it's gorgeous. And it's not really just for Christmas. I mean, look at these pretty papers in there and the snowflakes, and I don't know, I love it. And when I hold it up close, you're going to be able to see all of the silver metallic on those papers. So today I've chosen to use this diagonal stripe with the metallic and this paper with the Christmas gifts. The coordinating colors I always have right here, and I'm going to be using the Misty Moonlight today, along with the Misty Moonlight ink. Now, in my Facebook post this morning, I told you we were going to be making a buckle card. Here's what we're going to make. This is the card, and here's how it works. All right? So let's get started. I'll show you the pieces, and then you can try it yourself. So our card base measures 4 1/4 by 8 5/8. That's an odd measurement, but I'll show you why. You score it at 3 1/8. So let me bring in my scoreboard. my trimmer, I should say, with the scoring tool. I'm going to line this up at the 3 1/8 inch mark. And with the light gray, I'm just going to remeasure, make sure that I'm good. Score. And that just gives me a really nice fold line. And then I can crease. So this is that 8 5/8, and that's why. Normally this card would measure 4 1/4 by 11, but because we have this shortened flap here, that's why we come up with the 8 5/8. Okay, so there's that. We also need a piece of basic white, and this measures 7 by 2 3/8, and we're going to score it at 3 1/2. So while I have this here, let's just put this in, and we're going to put our edge up to the top, find our 3 1/2 inch mark, and score. And as all this did was crease it for us, and then we just creased it, and we'll be folding this one exactly in half, okay? So there's that piece. Then you're going to need a piece of designer series paper that measures 2 7/8 by 4 inches. I'm going to go just a little bit and see if that helps us. There we go. All right. And is what I want to do with this piece is I'm just going to add some of my seal to the back. And I'm going to put my designer series paper just like that. Ooh, that is a little crooked. Let's see if I can fix it. Yes. Yes, I can. All right. Ah, why can't I get that on? Maybe because I should put my glasses on. There we go. Glasses help everything, right? All right. Now, if your paper has a direction, make sure that it's going up and down this way. All right. Next, we have a piece of designer series paper that measures 4 by 5 1/4. So I will take my stamp and seal, and I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of that. You know what? I'm going to do these edges really good. And the reason I'm saying that is this is part of the working mechanism for the buckle card, and I want it to stay in place really well. I don't want my card to fall apart. Okay, so now my card looks like this. Pretty shiny, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Next, we have a piece of the Misty Moonlight, same color as my card base, measures 2 5/8 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to bring in our piece here. And as all I want is just that little stamped sentiment right up here. So I'm going to open up my Misty Moonlight. I'm going to tap, tap, tap moving it around on my ink pad. And then I'm just going to set it down and give it a few minutes so that the ink has time to penetrate the paper. And then I'm going to lift straight up, and every time you get this beautiful, bold, stamped image. Now, do you notice that I have the crease for my card on the right? That is truly how you want it, all right? So I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to add adhesive, just like that. And we'll put that, we're going to put that right here on the center of our 2 5/8 by 3 3/4 rectangle. So now this opens this way. All right. Our next step is, so I have two things to show you. There is the small rectangle from, let me show you this, the small rectangle from the stitched rectangles that you use to form the buckle. It's this one right here. There's another set of dies that will work for this buckle card as well, and that's this one from the Beautiful Trees. The only thing that you'll have to do is you'll have to measure that opening, and that's going to determine how wide this piece is so that it fits through the buckle, okay? So for mine, that I used from the stitched rectangle, this opening allowed me to have a piece 2 3/8 inches wide. Okay, and you'll see this will make sense in just a minute once I cut this. Okay, so is what I'm going to do is I'm going to center this die on the front of my card, and then I want to hold it in place with a Post-it note. I really don't want that to move once I run it through my machine. Then when I go to run it through my machine, I'm going to open this up because I only want this flap to go through, okay? So I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine right now. I'll be right back. And through the magic of TV, haha, there it is. You can see the stitched outline and the hole in our card, all right? So now let's bring in this piece. We're going to add our adhesive to the back. And again, I'm going to make sure that I have extra adhesive on there because this is, again, the working mechanism of our card. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to center this on my card. And now when this, oh, my lights just went out. I don't know if we can't have a power out because my computer's working. There it goes. Whew, that was scary. Hello, hello. All right. So there's how that buckle works, right? It just tucks right in there. Now we get to decorate up the front of the card. This is the fun part. So is what I did is I took some of that paper with the packages on it and I glued it to a piece of basic white cardstock. All right. And I added a sticker sheet. So let's just quickly cut out a couple of these packages. And being they're squares and rectangles, they're super easy to cut out. Did you see the delay there? I don't think I can cut and talk at the same time. So there's one package. I love this shiny one too. So I'm going to grab that. And then I think I'll use that long, tall pink one next to it. These little packages are just the cutest. And there's a couple of them too that you could use um, that don't have necessarily the holly and ivy that you could use for like birthday cards. So you see how this one has that little bit of holly leaves? I'm just going to go around it. And that'll give a little dimension to our card too. So because I use the sticker sheet, I can just peel. Um, those are, there we go. You can just peel the back off it. And I can just put that right here on my card. I don't want it to cover up my sentiment, however. And then I think I'll put the shiny one next. When I take that backing off and use those sticker sheets, it makes these into little stickers for me, which is very, very handy. Now on this last little package that we have, I'm going to add some dimensionals. And I'm not going to take the sticker backing off it. I'll pop that up like right here. Don't you love it? And then I found in my little embellishment stash, I have the Artistry Blooms adhesive backed sequins. And this blue felt like just the right color. I think this pink reddish color would work too, but I really liked the blue. So that's what I'm going to use. I'll get my take your pick tool and I'm just going to pick up my sequins. We'll do a big one and a little one. And then it kind of looks like this package could use a little sparkle too. So there's our buckle card. When you open it, boom, just like that. Now, let's put that inside sentiment in as well. And I'm going to grab another stamp from this set that says, "Wishing you Christmas cheer and magical moments that last all year." So let's get that out. And I'm just going to mount it on my block. We'll get our ink pad. And again, I'm using the Misty Moonlight. That was last year's, one of last year's in colors. A great color. And I don't think I say it often enough in my videos, but when you purchase your stamp pads, you always want to purchase a re-inker. And is what that does. I just have some little paper shreds here because we cut through the 2 layers. There we go. You should purchase the bottle of re-inker because when your ink pad starts drying out, don't throw your stamp pad away. You can add ink to them and just keep reusing them. So when you buy the stamp pad, buy a re-inker, and then your stamp pad is good for literally years. I'm not kidding. All right. So that is today's project at Create with Brenda. And you know my my little slogan about no naked envelopes, right? So I'm going to bring this in. I'm just going to put some Stamp and Seal right along the crease of the flap and one through the middle here. I'm going to lay my piece of designer series paper, and this measures 2.5 by 6. Like that. And then I'll bring in my little snips and We'll go right around. And again, you just let the scissors follow the edge of the envelope flap. And look it, now we have a pretty card with a pretty envelope. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.